This is the third and last part of interpretation of panoramic images. This part is important as I am discussing about ghost images, double images and artifacts. As we will see the images, I will try to explain how it happens. Many of these superimpose on normal anatomic structures and make them difficult to interpret. Some of them, like artifacts, can be avoided, but double images or ghost images of anatomic structures are difficult to avoid. So, one should understand it so that interpretation mistakes are avoided. Double and single images are formed at the anatomic structures. Some midline structures fall into the focal trough twice as beam intercepts that object twice due to machine rotation. That is reason you get mirror images on either side. There are 5 characteristics of double images. Number 1, it is a mirror image of other. Second, both images are real images. Third, each image has same proportion. Fourth, both are on same location but on the opposite sides. And lastly, fifth, double images only occurs with midline structures falling in the diamond shaped zone as shown in the figure, and the examples of these are spine, hyoid bone and hard palate. Now this is a classical example of double image of hyoid bone. Midline hyoid bone shadow is captured twice by the rotating beam and cast a double shadow on either side of midline as shown by yellow arrows. Both are mirror images of each other. As you know, spine is also into the midline. It falls into the focal trough twice, so portrayed as if split vertically in half in mid-sagittal plane with each half folded outwards. Both the images are real images and not ghost images as some of you have thought of. Spine also casts a shadow centrally to obscure anterior part of the jaw. With newer machines, this error is minimized as exposure factors are adjusted when beam moves through this area of spine. In edentulous mouth, as seen on your right hand side, it can be better appreciated. Double shadow of hard palate and soft palate is another such example of double images. As I have explained that both are real, of same proportion and same location. Hard palate bilateral shadow shown by yellow arrows and soft palate shadows are shown by red arrows. As I am going to explain later that ghost images are different than double images. Now we will see the ghost images. Ghost images are formed when object located between the X-ray source and center of rotation. Anatomically, object is behind the center of rotation. In this picture, which is of a mango tree, these are 2 mangoes hanging. Just to compare and understand, the mango marked A is like an actual object and mango marked G is a ghost image, and as you can see, ghost image is larger and is slightly at a higher level and also slightly blurred. Ghost images are formed when objects located between the X-ray source and center of rotation. Figure A. Normally ghost images are formed represented by shaded portion, that is figure B. Midline structures seen at the posterior limits tend to be ghosted on central portion, example lead apron, neck chains, etc. And lateral structures seen at the posterior limits get ghosted on contralateral side of the image, that is the inferior border of the ramus of mandible and earrings. Now there are 6 characteristics of these ghost images. Now you keep on seeing the numbers. I have marked it with the numbers and I will explain according to the numbers. Now if you see number 1, the image has same general shape as its real counterpart. Example, earrings are of the same shape. Second, image appears on opposite side of midline. Third, image appears at a higher level as in OPG. Fourth, image is more blurred than the original. Fifth, vertical component is more blurred than horizontal. See the same earrings. Last, vertical component is always larger than its counterpart. Now common examples are spine, earring and necklace, inferior of the border of the mandible and rami of the mandible. As you can see, the ghost image of the lower border and ramus on one side is seen on opposite side at a higher level and more blurred. Red arrow shows one side of the lower border casting ghost image on opposite side and vice versa, not shown by arrows. The yellow arrows show ghost images of the body and ramus of the contralateral side. In this OPG, we can see the ghost image of shadows of earrings on both sides and seen on contralateral side, higher up, blurred, increased vertical component, but same overall shape. That means it shows all characteristic of ghost images which I explained earlier. Patient is wearing spectacles, but it's not a ghost image. Soft tissue outlines are seen due to attenuation of the beam passing through it. It is seen best in edentulous patient. This is a small photograph of a tailor which is really soft, so that's why I thought of putting this. So the common soft tissue shadows seen are pharyngeal airway, posterior wall of the nasopharynx, earlobe, nasal cartilages, soft palate and uvula, and small node. Now, pharyngeal airway is seen on bilateral side on OPG. They are broad radiolucent bands on either side. In ramus region, it may be mistaken for a lesion. Now here, posterior pharyngeal wall is seen as a radiopaque line near and beyond soft palate area. Earlobes. Now these earlobes are on both sides shown by red arrows, appears to be a hazy radiopacity on either side and should not be mistaken for some growth. Now soft palate and uvula are seen bilateral opaque shadows posterior to the upper third molar area. At the end of it you can see uvula. Now here you can appreciate the tongue shadow which is slightly radiopaque in between maxillary and mandibular teeth. It becomes more pronounced if tip of the tongue is not in contact with palate as advised during OPG shooting. Small snode is an upward and downward protrusion that is pushing in of spinal discs soft tissue of adjacent vertebra. It is common due to degeneration of aging spine. Now in this edentulous jaw, soft tissue shadows are better appreciated because teeth are missing. So to revise the shadows in the edentulous mouth, red arrows bilaterally denotes tongue shadow, yellow arrows show soft palate, green arrows show uvula, and blue arrow show pharyngeal air space. Now artifacts. We'll talk about artifacts. Artifact is a structure or an appearance that is not normally present in the radiograph and is produced by artificial means and so called as artifact. In medicine and dentistry, artifacts are misrepresentation of tissue structures produced by imaging technique. Dental appliances, body piercings, jewelry and eyeglasses left during taking an OPG will appear as radiopaque artifacts superimposed over the images. Ideally, to avoid this, all these items should be removed before taking the patient for the procedure. In this radiograph, metal removable partial denture wires shown by red arrows and a nose pin shown by yellow arrows as seen as opaque artifacts which could have been easily avoided. Now I will go a bit faster over here because there is nothing really to explain, but this is a radiopaque shadow of earrings and bone plates with intermaxillary fixation by arch bar is seen. Now in this slide, artifacts of lead apron is seen marked by red arrows. Now this is the last and third part of my video presentation of interpretation of panoramic images. I hope this has helped you to understand and interpret panoramic images better. This is my 17th video on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel for regular updates on my new presentations on various topics in oral medicine and radiology, which is my specialty. My YouTube channel is absolutely free. You can also see all the previous presentations which I have uploaded on my website www.drrajivgadgil.com. Stay safe, stay healthy.